we talked about car tapes before that our parents had.
Yeah, car tapes, going on holiday. I know that my dad was a big Ocean Colour Scene fan, so they're like a British band from Birmingham, and he used to play that, and then we had an agreement where he would have that on, and then the rest of the car journey I'd have Spice Girls. So I'd play Spice Girls, the first album. So that's a pretty early memory. They came out in like '96. I was about 9.
I just remember tapes that my parents played that were only the Eurythmics and Paul Simon. They're the 2 tapes they had. That and some kids' times tables ones. That's what I remember. Yeah.
Yeah, I think my dad, I actually remember being almost a baby on the kitchen floor with just pots and utensils. My dad would kind of sit me down and lay shit around, and I'd just move my arms with something in my hand onto other things. It's not really music, but that's, I think, one of my earliest memories anyway.
I think mine was my dad probably playing the piano at home. Like, he'd always play it when if we were getting ready to go out, like as a family, and he was ready first, which he inevitably was. He just played the piano angrily until everyone else was ready. So I have quite negative associations with the keyboard.
For me, it was my dad. He played guitar when he used to go to pubs and just play to drunk people, and he would play kind of classic Americana, kind of Joni Mitchell, James Taylor kind of tunes, and I kind of watched him and I was just sort of like in awe, really. Kind of sort of public singing, I was really keen.
I think I had an interest in music, but I never really thought I'd have any career in it. My brother taught me guitar when I was about 17, 18, so he was an inspiration, but I'd say that the band sort of is the inspiration for me writing music. I wouldn't be in any other band. And yeah,
we've only been
here now.
It's only been us, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's not like we've been like a band on the circuit where we've kind of like people have dropped out and we've gone, right, well, we know so and so who lives down the road and he plays drums, so let's get him on board. It's only ever been us. I don't think I could write music in another band. I wouldn't know how to do it.
Without meeting you guys, I would have never had the confidence to think that I could write music in any way. I think, just the fact that when we played together, it was so natural and it didn't feel like you were writing music. It just felt like you were hanging out and creating stuff. You're like, oh, I guess we're actually writing here. That's quite a strange thought.
Yeah.
We met on the first day of university, actually. Yeah. And so I really met Gus before I met these guys. But we met on that first night, and then we kind of didn't see each other for a while. And the only time we actually met up was when we were doing laundry. We had good conversation, and we kind of, I think we both made a mental note to keep in touch, but we kind of didn't really keep in touch. But then at the same time I met Gwyl, and Gwyl and I were kind of on the same wavelength, musically speaking.
We spent a lot of time on GarageBand, just recording tracks. And then in second year we realised that we wanted more sounds. Yeah. So Gus and Tom got involved, and then we became a band rather than just 2 guys on some music software. We mostly played open mic nights for a while, didn't we? And then moved on to sort of local sort of band nights.
In those days it was really dark, it was medieval. Like we would I would turn up with an acoustic guitar without a case, without a lead.
Without a tuner.
Without a tuner. And Gus would turn up with a Yamaha, and that had like a really cheap high school Yamaha.
It didn't belong to me.
It didn't belong to him, didn't belong to me, it belonged to my friend. It still does. But
we're still using it. We used it at the Bowery last night.
Yeah. And we turned up asking for leads, asking for chairs, asking for stands, asking for everything. It was and clueless. Like we didn't know what DI was. We didn't know what anything was.
Mono, stereo.
Bit of both. Bit of both.
It was like a much more incompetent version of Flight of the Conchords.
Yeah.
We're still learning so much stuff. Yeah. I mean, even when we like a few months ago, we started working with like a sound guy. He came to watch us rehearse, and he was like shocked by how we were still doing things, just really in this really sketchy way. Like, I don't know. I think I used to put one of my keyboards on like a pile of crates, and I'd just forgotten that. I was doing it, but I'd forgotten I was doing it.
Every time you turned up, you'd have to get a stack of crates.
And he was like, I was like, I don't mind the crates, and it wasn't like an affectation, but equally it was something I just didn't really care about. And he was like, no, you can't put your keyboard on the crates. You're a professional band with a record deal now. And I was like, I don't mind crates.
But crates. Yeah. It is weird how far we've come, and the terminology that we now know.
Now we know what a DI is.
Like, and a cab.
Yeah.
Do you know what a cab was?
Cab
before?
and a head.
A head and a cab. Like these things were
Reverb.
reverb,
Compression.
or reverb, as some people like to call it.
I heard
Crazy.
decaf today.
What?
Decaf?
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 Really?
Decaf.
No way.
Wow. Not a musical term.
No, just thought I'd throw that in there.
Yeah.
Reverb.
Sure, throw that into the mix. Why not?
It's all gold.
It is all gold.
Gold
You
blend.
should keep this.
Oh.
Wow. God.
Anyway, I'll have a look at the
We should stop. Let's stop the car and go. I mean,
It's not getting any better than
It's not
that.
going to get any better. It's amazing that we have fans. Like, that's something that we still really haven't got used to. For having fans in places we've never been to, and they know the songs, they're really enthusiastic when they talk to you after gigs, and they're really genuine, and that's just overwhelming. And for me, I just can't wait to give them more stuff. For me, that's the number one thing. It's just like, well, if you like this, I can't wait to give you new material, because I'm really excited that you're excited about it. Like, for me, it doesn't get better than